Hello, it is 5 a.m. in Washington. It's 11 a.m. in Tripoli. I'm Monita Rajpal.
And I'm Zainverjee. You're watching World One live from London. Also ahead, a fresh earthquake shakes Japan's damaged nuclear plant as work goes on to cool down an overheating reactor.
First, rebel fighters in Libya are advancing on Colonel Gaddafi's hometown, Sirte. Libyan state TV says the city was bombed overnight. Reports from the area suggest government forces are keeping the rebels at a distance from the city for now. That despite an earlier report in which an opposition source appeared to claim anti-government fighters had taken Sirte. Another look at how the rebels have advanced over the weekend. Opposition-held areas are here marked in yellow. Areas under government control are here marked in green. Now, on Friday, the rebels were in control of Benghazi. Colonel Gaddafi was in charge of Tripoli, Misrata, Sirte, Ras Lanouf, and Brega, as well as Ajdabia. But then anti-government, anti-Gaddafi forces retook Ajdabia. They then took back control of Brega and Ras Lanouf. Now, Ras Lanouf is important because it's home to big oil and gas facilities. Rebels gained control of those two cities at the start of the civil war, but then quickly lost them to government forces. The Libyan government says coalition attacks are killing innocent civilians. The U.S. rejects that claim. It says Colonel Gaddafi is going to great lengths to mislead the outside world. Here's Robert Gates on the CBS program Face the Nation.
The truth of the matter is we have trouble coming up with proof of any.
Adding to that, new fears are also emerging at the Fukushima nuclear plant. Officials say they need to extract highly radioactive water that's accumulated in one damaged reactor, but they haven't got anywhere to put it. And that's not all. CNN's Paula Hancock joins us now from Tokyo. And Paula, first of all, let's talk about new levels of radiation. What kind of confirmation have you received from TEPCO?
Well, Monita, we've just had another news conference from TEPCO, and they've pointed out that they have had another setback in their attempts to try and bring the nuclear plant back online.
To the problems for TEPCO, there seems to be criticism and questions about the way they've been handling the crisis there in Japan. Not only that, but also supposedly misreading radiation levels. What more do we know about that?
That's right. This was a mistake that happened on Sunday when they were talking about radiation levels, and they decided that it was 10 million times the usual level of radiation that you'd find in the cooling systems. This was for reactor 2. It turned out it was 100,000 times more. Now, this is still a significant amount, but when you're bandying about numbers like this, it's very confusing for the public.
And cake, two of my favorite things. What was in your cake?
We had a banoffee pie wedding cake, which was fantastic. I didn't know you could put that in the cake, but they did it.
Any kind of cake would be good enough. Anyway, enough about food. Scotland may have lost their football friendly against Brazil on Sunday, but Scottish golf fans had plenty to celebrate this weekend. Don Riddell.
Hi there, thanks very much. It has been a dream weekend for Scottish golf. Just hours after Paul Lawrie won the European Tour's Andalusian Open. For you there.
Indeed. All right, Don Riddell, thank you very much.
That was exciting. You're watching World One live from London. Coming up.
When it comes to helping the Libyan people, the UN says it would like to do more, but the situation in the country presents enormous challenges, as one of the UN's top humanitarian officers explains. Is similar to that of many other countries across the region where civil unrest was unheard of until now. And what President Bashar al-Assad does next could decide how Syria's conflict is resolved. And this is just one example of the anger that is felt by some in the country towards the government. Well, CNN's Stan Grant tells us about one man who has a unique perspective on the president based on a relationship that goes back some 25 years.
Ayman Abdel Noor knows the mind of Syria's president like few others. They met at Damascus University as young men in 1984.
Images pretty much say it all, and there's so many moving pictures coming out of the region, and we'd like to share some of them with you. Here, a woman from Iwati Prefecture is sifting through the rubble, trying to salvage whatever she can. She's 74 years old, that we're told, and was left with nothing but the clothes that she was wearing when the tsunami struck. In Jakarta, this man is adding his palm print to a backdrop resembling the Japanese flag to show solidarity with victims. You remember, Indonesia was the nation hit hardest in the 2004 tsunami there. And take a look at this. This is a site of Tokyo that we're not used to seeing. It's normally vibrant. City lights and billboards were turned off in the Shibuya fashion district. The earthquake has left Japan suffering electricity shortages.
One live from London, I'm Zainverjee.
I'm Monita Rajpal. Thank you for joining us. We want to leave you with a look at some pictures coming out of the U.S. state of Utah.
Yeah, take a look at these. These are rescuers that brought 7 people to safety after they were trapped on a horseshoe mountain.